Okay, today I'm going to show you how we are making our own DIY wooden cabinet handles. So as you may know, we are working on a kitchen renovation, basically all DIY. We have cabinets that we ordered that we had to assemble ourselves, and we also have to figure out what handles to do. And I wanted to do something really beautiful, the same wood as the doors and drawers, and something nice and linear like this. Here's some examples of kitchens that I like that have beautiful wooden linear handles that run the full span of the doors. I think it just really elevates the look. We also have a Craftsman style home, and in Craftsman homes, wood trim and details are really important. So this is a way to have a modern look, but something that also connects to the Craftsman home era. Now, basically what we are doing is we ordered a bunch of wood from a lumber company called Par Lumber. They're local, and we ordered 1 inch by, I think, 5-inch wide boards. And we then, with a table saw, we're cutting them down into 1 inch by 1 inch sticks. And then basically we are routing out, well, not routing out, sorry, we were doing other cuts to take, basically take out a little chunk, so that will be the place where you put your fingers. So basically this is what's called, this is a little mock-up we did. This is what's called a finger pull, where you can just put your fingers underneath and then you can use it to open the door or the drawer. And so this mock-up is with tape, but we just needed to test out the dimensions. So again, it's a 1 inch by 1 inch. And then I will show you basically how we're making them on the table saw. Now, another thing that we are doing is we're going back with a sander and we are sanding over some of the saw marks that were created. We are not professional woodworkers. This is our shop. The backyard is our shop. And so we're doing the best we can. And I think it's going to turn out really nice. We are also doing a beautiful wood finish on them. We are doing Rubio Monocoat in the color Macchiato, and this is going to match the doors. It's a pretty natural wood finish. It only takes 1 coat, and there's no VOCs, basically no toxic fumes that are produced, so it's really great for us and our cats as well. Yeah, so now I'm just going to quick show you what fasteners we are using. Let me go run and grab them real quick. Okay, so another part of this is basically our fasteners. Thanks for waiting. So I found these wood screws at the home improvement store, you know, and they are number 6 by 1.5 inches long. And number 6 is basically just the diameter. And so these are wood screws, really great for what we need. And so what we did to like figure out if it would work, basically our doors are 3/4 inch thick, and just basically held it up on the side to see if it would go in most of the way, but not all the way. So this is really great. And it's a really, like this is basically called the shank. It's really narrow. So if we take this off, we could see that if we put it in the middle of our drillable section, that it would fit. You can see that. Anyway, so it's kind of hard to, like, not hard, but we found these and I think they're going to work really well. And so also, basically what we will do when we put them on is, you see, we're going to drill a pilot hole in both the door and the handle. We'll drill them together. And so that basically means that it's like a hole you drill before the screw, and it will help the wood not split or get all crazy. And so you can see that that is perfect. So that is what we'll do. And now for these handles, we did get some inspiration from this YouTube video, and I'll link it in the comments. And there's some really beautiful handles. The one difference were that these were all just like short handles on the YouTube video, and we are doing long handles, like full height handles. So we just kind of adapted it, and I think it's going to turn out really well. Okay, so here at the table saw, we have the handle in different stages. So the first one here is the mock-up that we did, and we did this in just a typical fir piece of lumber. And you can see it turned out pretty well. I was really happy with this, and one end is thicker, and that's where that pilot hole is. And if you look at the end, you can see the cutout is basically 3/4 of an inch in one direction and 1/2 inch in the other direction. And that allows for enough space for that screw. And you can see how you basically will just grab this with your hand, and then you can pull open the door or drawer. So you can see here on the end, that blade probably cut a little bit too far on the sample, but I think it will still work just fine. So that's probably cut a little bit more than 3/4 of an inch there. And you can see the grooves, that is from the saw blade. So yeah, you basically make sure that the saw blade is set to that 3/4 inch, and you can do a test strip to make sure it's right. And to set the height, you just go down here on this wheel here, this up down, and you just rotate it in the direction. And then you also adjust the fence to give you that distance from the edge, that 1/2 inch distance. Now here's Andrew pushing a strip through to get that first cut. And one thing that I would recommend is, building something to put pressure on the top and the side of the piece to make sure it's not wobbling out as much as possible. So that was one thing that I think we didn't have or something. But I would definitely recommend doing that for a better outcome. You can see here a bunch of strips. It's hard to see with the light, but a bunch of strips that have the first cut, and then just need the last cut to cut out that piece. Okay, so this is what the handle looks like after we've cut it out. You can see there are little diagonal marks, and those are just from the saw and from not pushing the wood fully against the fence or the table. And then on the end, I think that was just from the actual boards that we cut down. But we can sand that off, and we can sand off the diagonal marks. And then in the inside corner, there's just a little bit of a line where we overcut that area. But you can see the front actually looks really great. We've already sanded the front, and that's going to be really nice. So yeah, I just did a power sander, and I'm using a 120 grit. And the one thing that is hard about this is that the handles tend to move around a lot. So you do have to hold down, the handle with your hand, and it's a little bit vibrating. But you could also clamp it down to a table or something to make it a little easier. So here is a stack of a bunch of our handles, and these are not all completely sanded yet, so the sanding will need to be finished, but they have been sanded on the outside. And yeah, so it just shows all the work that, all these handles, it's a lot of work. But I'm excited. It's going to look really nice, I think. I think it's going to be worth it. I hope. And I'll be doing another video in the future on the process of finishing the doors with Rubio Monocoat and like things I wish I knew. And also I'm going to be doing some more videos with just other parts of the kitchen renovation as we finish it up. And if you like home renovation and DIY projects, just follow along, and hopefully I will post some more soon. Thanks for watching. Oh, and if you like this, if you like learning about this, please, like, comment, subscribe. You can also click the notification bell so you know when I post a new video, which is maybe once a month, hopefully more. Yeah. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments, and I will answer them as soon as I can. Thanks.